Ladies and gentlemen, my name is TotalBiscuit, and I am Lord of the Arena. I have to spell it out for you to make sure you understand. Do you comprehend? Look at this shiny gold key. Utterly impractical. If you stuck that thing in your pocket, it would stab you in the leg as you walked. That is how ostentatious it is. This is a burden that I alone must carry. Well, the warrior deck is going fairly well. It's 5 for 1, and I think it could have been 6-0 if I hadn't been a dumbass against the last warrior that I ran into. I decided, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna do the thing that I always say is bad. Alright, let's see how this does against the mage deck. We will see. Not a good opening hand. We will... Oh, that's okay, though. It's not against a mage, though. That's the worst thing about that. It's like, oh, great, a 1 cost. Oh, it's a mage. That means the 1 cost dies immediately. That's not that ideal. So, I think we're... I'm going to keep that 1 cost just in case. There we go. I'll probably just turn to Armani Berserker, which makes more sense. Basically, if I'm in a position where I think that he doesn't have the mana to be able to take out the Young Priestess, I will play the Young Priestess. But I will not open with the Young Priestess against a mage. That makes no sense. Armani Berserker against a mage is a really good opener, in my honest opinion. Of course, the thing you want to do on turn 2 is go Fire Blast, and you can't do that against the Armani Berserker. So that leaves the opponent in a bit of an awkward spot. Fairy Dragon comes out, though, so that means I'm probably going to have to trade. However... we have Mad Bomber, so there is the possibility of a bigger damage and a trade. So let's see. Go, Mad Bomber. Yep. Not ideal. Oh, well, I guess I'm doing 5 damage then. I didn't really want to get 2 bomb hits. That was less than ideal. I wanted it to be able to survive. But that's how we're going to go. So I'll get the 5 damage hit on him to give us a nice early health lead. And then he's going to ping that, and then he's going to trade that over for that, and that's probably going to be the end of the turn. Which puts us sort of equal to him. Alright, Warsong Commander's probably a good choice. In fact, I think it's a very good choice, because then next turn I can go Scarlet Crusader and Young Priestess, and get value out of them. So, there we go. It is turn 4, though, so we might see a Polymorph come out for the Mage. Let's see. Or Fireball, maybe. Oh, Mad Bomber. Okay. Ooh. Oh, lucky bastard with that bomber. Yeah, he knows. He knows. He understands. That was really lucky. Okay, so Scarlet Crusader is going to get pinged off by that and then traded for that, most likely. Worgen Infiltrator is not a bad play here. Because then we can trade that for that. Young Priestess is also not a terrible play. Because that's going to buff that up to 2-2, but even then, that's not going to be that helpful. Because I'll lose the Young Priestess before I can do anything with it. I'm thinking Scarlet Crusader, but again, what's going to happen with Scarlet Crusader is it's going to be Fire Blast, then trade. Which I don't really like. So I'm going to leave it as it is for the time being. See what this mage comes up with. Even then, though, wouldn't it have been okay to let her do that? It probably would have been. Alright, Buff-tastic going on right now. So it's going to do 5 damage to me there, and then I'm just going to trade over the Worgen Infiltrator to take that out. And I'll probably play Gurubashi Berserker at that point. That seems like a decent play, for the most part. Yeah, let's do that. So that trades that out for that. Puts us fairly equal, and out comes the Gurubashi Berserker. Possibility, or, well, even a Fireball doesn't take it out, but... Polymorph, yeah. There you go. Whatever. Alright, well, I'm definitely behind now. He's used quite a lot of removal, but he's still got a 4-4 on the field, and I don't really have a way of dealing with that yet. Archmage will kill it. So, I think we will do that. Alright, out comes Archmage. I do have that Inner Rage there, so let's see what he does now. So, Fireball doesn't kill that, but a Fireball and a Fire Blast would. Sorcerer's Apprentice coming out. What's the follow-up? It's a Frostbolt. Wonderful. And what else? So he's now going to Fire Blast that. Is he going to trade the Dark Iron for it? He might. No, he's going to ignore me. And rightfully so, actually. Alright, well, I've got Slam, which is now buffed by this. So let's see what we can make happen here. Annoyingly enough, Cruel Taskmaster was not affected by that. So I can actually Inner Rage to kill off the Sorcerer's Apprentice. I could then Slam. And then Cruel Taskmaster, which would kill off everything else. And I'd get a card out of it and another creature. Here's hoping this is not a counterspell that he just played. It's a goddamn counterspell! Ah! I hate you. Of all the things he could have played. Alright, that made things a lot worse. So, Slam... The only thing I can really do is use the Slam of the Sorcerer's Apprentice to get rid of it. Which doesn't get me a card, which is why I hate it even more. So that's that. And we can play maybe Scarlet Crusader and Young Priestess and hope not to get Flame Striked. That takes it up to a 4-5. That's quite nice. So at least he's forced to trade and ping it. Unless he has a Flame Strike. So we will see. He's got a Flame Strike. Should have seen that one coming. Oh, at least that trades out for that. Or I can just actually kill that with the Cruel Taskmaster. And then I can keep going and get another 4 damage hit on him. And at least I'll have another creature out in the field. Yeah, I guess that works. I am seriously low on cards. Really low. And he has a pretty big card advantage. So, we'll see what he's got. He's used a lot of removal already, but he is a mage, so he probably has a ton of it. Water Elemental comes out. Okay. Need to bear that in mind. And then he eliminates the 4-1, which was to be expected. I don't have an answer to that Water Elemental right now. So this is not going well. Mad Bomber is not what I wanted right now at all. That's utterly unhelpful. I can kill a Farseer with that and a Whirlwind, but that still leaves creatures out in the field, so it's not ideal, but what choice do I really have at this stage? Probably not that much. So we will do what we have to do, I suppose, and hope for a really good Mad Bomber. 1, 2, and there we go. Cool, so that's going to trade over. He's still got a 3-card advantage, though, so it doesn't really matter. Unless I'm able to get a Battle Rage out, or just gain some kind of advantage in some way. Oh, that... Oh, you bastard. Alright, I'm pretty dead. This went really badly. Yeah, this is not going to help at all. Am I dead? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm not dead yet, but I'm pretty dead. Let's be honest here. That was just a disastrous round. Really terrible. Just because, you know, more creatures. Why not? Mana 1 goes out. Yeah, I don't think there's even anything in my deck that could possibly help me in this position.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. It went badly. And let's see what we get. Useless. GG. That was awful. Absolutely awful. This deck's been going so well, and now it may suddenly come apart at 5-3. I hope not. That would be really disappointing. Okay, let's hope we don't get the same Mage again. He had an answer for everything I had. Wasn't even a look in. Maybe I should have played that. The only thing that comes to mind that I could have maybe done better was playing that Scarlet Crusader earlier. And not being so worried about the pinging here and there. And maybe just trying to get a creature advantage. I was very, very gun-shy there, and I shouldn't have been. Alright, what do we have? A Priest. Alright. Well, Priest in Arenas is not necessarily that great, but... This is not a hand I want to play. What is this? Absolutely useless. So, let's toss all of that. Alright. That should be okay. What else do we have? Not much. We do not get a 1 cost, so I guess we're just ending the turn immediately, which is never good. Iron Beak Owl as a turn 2 player is also really bad, unless you play something like a Northshire Cleric, which is actually worth silencing. Not really worth silencing a Master Swordsmith, especially when there's nothing else on the field. Ugh. I really should play a creature, but the problem is that trades with that and the Swordsmith stays alive, so that's even worse. So I'm not going to play a creature because it's worthless. It's absolutely worthless. because he'd just bump the owl and then heal himself right back up again. So we will go for turn 3 Scarlet Crusader instead. Seems like a better play. And then we can follow up with either a Corcoran or a Silvermoon Guardian, depending on what's relevant. Alright, what's your turn 2? You must have something. Come on, it's turn 2. It's not that difficult. I'm sure you'll figure it out. It's a little bit of a strange play, but it's certainly not the worst, because that's going to sit there being annoying. Alright, we have Cruel Taskmaster. And that's not going to help in any way. So we are going to go for Scarlet Crusader, which is actually a really good thing to have here. Because if he attacks with either of them, he'll probably just go over my head and attack me, and then force me to ping off my shield by killing that. But this, we could get a 2-for-1 trade here. Please do not have another creature. He does, and it's a Northshire Cleric. Ah, hate you so much. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Alright, yeah, this is bad news. So he can now, and if he's got any sense, he'll just trade that for that. Great, that leaves him with a massive creature advantage on the field, and nothing I can do about it. And the worst thing about it is that I now have 2 things that I really need to silence, and I actually can't silence either of them. Well, I can't silence one of them. There's actually 3 things, because that got buffed as well. Ugh. Alright, we don't have any taunts. Whirlwind isn't going to kill anything, and it's just going to give him an opportunity to use his Northshire Cleric again. What do I silence? Do I silence the Northshire Cleric, or do I silence the Knife Thrower? Difficult decision. Alternatively, I just play the Silvermoon Guardian. Again, these Divine Shield plays are not really going to help me that much. I could go for a 2-for-1 with the Corcoran Elite. Yeah, let's do that. So, with the Corcoran Elite, we're going to kill off that, and then that's going to force, hopefully, a 2-for-1 trade. Unless he's able to play 2 more minions and knife me to death, which is also feasible. Not a great 2-for-1 trade, because those are cheap guys, but... Oh, that knife missed. Alright, he's probably just going to go for me now, then. Yeah, he doesn't need to kill my Corcoran Elite, because he's got a 1-7. Thankfully, I did sit on my wondrous little owl, which is going to fix this situation for me quite nicely. So, we are going to go for... Alright, so here's how we're going to do this. Warsong Commander, we are going to then silence that, which takes that down to a 1-7 with no taunt, which makes it pretty pants, honestly. And then we will trade this for this. Yep, that seems like the way to do it. And then we'll use the Corcoran Elite to kill off that. There we go. Alright, that seems reasonable. So that leaves him with a 1-7, which is not really going to do too much. It's better than a 1-7 with taunt, but I've already taken significant damage, so I need to be a little bit concerned about that. Silvermoon Guardian's probably the next play. Of course, we do have a Cruel Taskmaster. Chillwind Yeti. Cruel Taskmaster, I assume, would just ping off the shield, and that would leave it as a 6-4, which would be quite good. Yeah, that might be the play to remove this Yeti from the field. I'm trying to think if there's a better way to do it. I don't think there is. It doesn't seem like it. Okay. Yeah. That seems like the way to deal with it. There we go. Cruel Taskmaster on it. Takes it up to a 5-3. And then we use that to kill that. There we go. Leaves the Cruel Taskmaster on the field able to charge. We could in a rage here for extra damage. That's a possibility. But I don't think so. Not right now. No, I don't want either of these guys to be more susceptible to dying to that Mogashan Warden. I want to be able to do more damage, so I'll leave it as it is. Okay, so a slight, very slight board advantage, but I'm worried that my next draw won't be a creature, so I won't be able to keep up with that. Well, there is that. That's annoying. So that 1-7 turned out to be pretty useful for him. I think I'm going to have to slam for card draw here, because I don't really have anything else I can do. So that's exactly what's going to happen. Gets me a Cruel Taskmaster, so we can Mad Bomber, and then we can buff the Mad Bomber if we want to. That's probably the best idea at this stage. Alright. So there's 3 bombs, nice, and then we can buff that so that the Mogashan Warden then kills it. But it then trades at least, so it gets off the field and it leaves me with a Cruel Taskmaster on the field. Alright. That seems reasonable. So hopefully he doesn't have something like an Elven Archer to come out. So at least I can get rid of that 1/5. Oh, he's buffing it, so I can't. I hate you. Well, at least I've got Inner Rage. I can pop it. You see what I mean about priests? They've just got everything they could possibly need. Alright, so that's that. I guess I'm gonna... Oh, I can't do that either. Great. And that's useless. I've got nothing. Suddenly my arena run is coming to an abrupt end here. I don't have anything I can do. Not a thing. There are times when this is just a cruel, cruel deck. Right back up to 2-5 it is. Take more of a beating. I need cards the next couple of turns or I'm in serious trouble. Alright, Gurubashi Berserker. Okay. That's a little better. And... I guess Whirlwind. We don't need that mega damage right now. And it would be nice to do a little bit of damage to him, so let's do that. There we go. So that'll take it up to a 5-6, which is enough to handle that. Okay. Let's see what he's got. If he mind controls me, I will be very upset. It's a mind control. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Well, that's the end of that arena run, folks. Yep, I got nothing. GG. That was awful. That was just depressingly awful. Couldn't have gone any worse. Oh well, let's see what we got. Decent amount of gold, at least. Let's see what's in the pack. There we go. Yeah, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Rubbish. Oh well, never mind. Ah, that sucks. I think I'll draft an arena deck next time, but since I want to fill out the episode and don't want to leave you hanging, I'm going to do a little bit of ladder. I don't ladder much, as you can see. I'm only 2-star platinum because I just barely ever play. But I would like to play Deck of Legends, so we'll go unranked for Deck of Legends for obvious reasons. I also have my Secrets deck. Maybe I could play a couple of games of that for you. Alright, let's do that. Just to round the episode out. Alright, that's an interesting little start, isn't it? Okay, well I think we can toss these two because we can't use them. Lorewalker Cho is always a good thing to have against a Mage. Alright, cool. Okay, so we are going to coin Lorewalker Cho then. This is the Deck of Legends. I think there's about 23 legendaries in this deck right now. Maybe 22. It's a good number. What can I say? Alright, coin Lorewalker Cho! There we go. So no Frostbolt for you, thank you very much. Don't really have anything to play next turn, except for a life tap, which is probably what's going to happen. But we'll see. We'll see. It'll take him a little while to make his way through Lorewalker Cho. 2 turns specifically of beating on him with the Goldshire Footman and the Fire Blast, but... You see, now he's horribly confused, because Lorewalker Cho is a very, very strange thing indeed. And it screws with people. It legitimately does.
Hello.
Come on. Hi. So, you want to play a card? Sounds like a good idea. Heard that's what card games are all about. So he's gonna just plink at it. Alright, that's fine. That's to be expected. That's down to 0-2. Damn, can't play Tinkmaster Overspark. He's actually one of my new ones. I haven't had him for a while, so... I guess they're gonna kill Cho next turn, then. That's fine, it happens. Sometimes you get something out of Cho, sometimes you don't get something out of Cho. It is the Deck of Legends, after all. It's a little bit more difficult. Alright, Tinkmaster Overspark. So this could be really bad for me. I could give him a 5-5 here. So, let's see. Go, Tinkmaster Overspark! Don't... Yay! Turn him into a squirrel. There we go. Fantastic. Didn't see that one coming, did you? No, you did not. Alright, turn 4, if I can get enough stuff off the field, will be a summoning portal. I don't like playing Leroy Jenkins on turn 4 because he just dies next turn to the whelps, so he's basically a fireball, but you get whelps. Frostwolf Grunt comes out. Fire Blast comes out, and then he will trade that for that. So his squirrel is going to start killing me. I don't think they have a special noise for the squirrel. They need to sort that out. Okay, so Summoning Portal is not a viable play. In fact, nothing is, really. That's the worst thing about this situation. If I play the Summoning Portal, it just dies immediately. But also, the thing about this deck is you're kind of buying time for getting your good stuff out. And putting up something like a Summoning Portal is a really good bullet magnet. Playing Leroy Jenkins right now is dumb because it just gives him 2 whelps that I can't actually do anything about. So we are gonna play the Summoning Portal, and we'll be using it as a bullet magnet. So he'll probably end up Fire Blasting and then attacking with both of the minions on the field, which will leave him with 3 mana remaining, which means you can't play anything terrifying. And then the next turn, I do have Black Knight. Actually, no, I don't. I won't have Black Knight because the Summoning Portal's going down. I actually only have Faceless Manipulator, which I can't even use on anything good, so I'm probably just going to have to play out another turn. I could grab the Kirin Tor Mage, but it's bad. I mean, so, at least for me, anyway. I guess I'm going to have to life tap. I got Nat Pagel, which is basically worthless because it's going to kill it immediately. So, next turn, I guess Black Knight, and then we maybe get a 2-for-1 trade out of it, but I'm about to take, what, 4, 6, 7 damage? No one ever said it's actually good. Secret comes out. I have no idea what that is. Could be bad. Alright. Well, hopefully it's not a mirror entity. Because all I got is creatures, so I'm gonna have to play something. Unless I get another turn 4, which I don't. Alright then. It is what it is. So, I guess Black Knight. There we go. And destroy the minion with Taunt. Down that goes. It's a good card. I mean, it basically... Oh, it's a mirror entity. Ah! Well, it was a good card, and now he's going to be able to just trade it. So, all my hate for that. He'll just trade his Black Knight for mine. And then he continues wailing on me. Yeah, I've probably lost already. It's the deck of legends. It's not good deck. He's actually going to trade that, because of course he would prefer to keep his 4-5 alive, and why wouldn't he? It's a better creature. Well, I'm probably dead next turn. If he pulls something good out. I haven't managed to get far enough. I'm probably going to have to... Even if I Leroy him, it's not going to help, because I can't get through his bloody Taunt. So I could clone his Taunt, which would let me stay alive maybe for 1 more turn, which would let me get Ragnaros out, which probably still wouldn't be enough. But right now we're playing for time, so I pretty much got to do whatever I can. So Faceless Manipulator goes down. Nat Pagel for potential card draw there. And hope that he just doesn't pull a Pyroblast and just murder me, which he very well could. So, Arcane Intellect comes out. So I'm playing for time until I can get Alexstrasza out or Lord Jaraxxus. And now he's got another secret out, which is even worse, so... This is at least going to soak a good amount of his damage up. Which is assuming he doesn't have a Frostbolt, which takes that down to that, but... Alright, so that's gone. And now he's going to go after me. And he's going to Fire Blast me as well. Alright, so... I might live next turn, it depends. I do at least have Ragnaros coming out. But if this ends up being another mirror entity... Oh, that would be horrible. It's why I'm actually tempted to play a Summoning Portal. That would at least still let me get Illidan out. But it doesn't destroy anything. And then I maybe die next turn, maybe not. If I play Ragnaros and it ends up killing the high damage creature, then I stay alive. It's a bit of a gamble. I think we're gonna have to Summoning Portal, because if that's a mirror entity and he gets Ragnaros, and that's GG. It's not a mirror entity. Damn it. Alright, so much for my gamble then. I guess we play Illidan and hope he doesn't have enough damage to kill me next turn. That's all I got. I mean, that really is it. And Nat Pagel's been utterly useless this entire time. Knife Juggler comes out. Let's see what else he gets. Oh, a Flame Strike. Wonderful. So he wipes out pretty much everything I've got and then kills that with a squirrel. Well, at least I can Jiraxxus. Eredar, Lord of the Burning Legion. So I'm not dead. See, I was buying time and it seems to have done the trick. So, you face Jiraxxus. Eredar, Lord of the Burning Legion. Naturally. There we go. So I'm staying in this game a little longer. And then I have Deathwing, which is a terrible card that I shouldn't play at all, because it will wipe my entire hand out. But it does wipe the board. It depends what he plays. Like, if he plays a bunch of super powerful creatures, I just toss my hand and just rely on whatever the top deck brings me. Oh, Jesus. Deathwing is coming out, guys, and that's assuming I even live through this. Yeah, I will. He can't kill me just yet, but he just played Antonidas. That has gotta die. There's no question about that. So we're Deathwinging. I am throwing away a hand of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legendaries to Deathwing the crap out of Archmage Antonidas. That's how it's gonna be. I'm even gonna lose my Alexstrasza. Ah! I have no choice. Make my time. I'm probably still dead anyway, even after all of that. So, Deathwing! Yeah, there we go. My legendaries! Oh, God. Then he just pulls a fireball and kills me instantly. Come on, do you have a fireball?
Well played.
He does. Did he just Cone of Cold my Deathwing? What an... That's just cheeky. Well, I'm probably dead anyway. The Faceless Manipulator. For a second, frozen Deathwing. Oh no. 2 Deathwings! Both frozen and useless. Now I just killed myself. Oh well. Never mind. That could have gone a little better. Let's give it another shot. Alright, let's see if we can successfully execute the deck of legends against the Paladin. I almost had him, if not for not having him. Let's toss everything, there we go. I do actually have a couple of spells in this deck. I call the Hellfires for early board clear. Aha! Turn 2 Millhouse Mana Storm against a Paladin. This could go really badly, but we will see. This could be an absolute disaster. But it'll be fun. I got Hogger in there and Illidan Stormrage, who is actually... he's not a really good card in the deck of legends, because obviously you don't get to play a lot of cards to trigger his actual abilities, but hey... Never mind. Alright, well, there is no turn 1 legendary, so that's the worst thing about the deck of legends, is that going first always results in you not being able to play anything. So, they need a 1-cost legendary. Okay. Novice Engineer. Millhouse Mana Storm will be turn 2. Or Blood Mage Thalnos, which is a terrible plan because it doesn't trade with that, so Millhouse Mana Storm. Alright, he's got 6 cards of potentially murdering me. Let's see what he can play with all of those free spells that I hope that he doesn't have. If he doesn't have, Millhouse Mana Storm is probably going to trade 2 for 1, minimum maybe even 3 for 1. But let's see. Please don't play 2 Blessings of Kings on the Novice Engineer. Well, there's that. Which didn't kill the Millhouse Mana Storm, so I actually feel that was a terrible idea. But I guess you could do that. Well, he used 2 cards to try and kill that and did 6 damage to me. I don't know. I did take 6 damage. Usually, Avenging Wrath is something you want to save for when your opponent actually has stuff on the field, but I guess being able to cast like an 8 mana spell at this stage, it's more like a 6 mana, I think. Alright, well, Blood Mage Thalnos and King Muckler. King Muckler is the play here, I believe. Gives him 2 bananas, which is... I don't like giving him those kind of buffs, but it doesn't give him enough to actually kill King Muckler, so it's not really a big deal. That's probably a noble sacrifice. unlikely to be anything else. I don't really see why you would want to put out something like a redemption at this stage. But then again, we are in unranked. Anything can happen. Equality! I hate you. Well, that's great. King Muckler just gave him 2 free buffs. As you can see, legendaries are very good. And then we get the people in the comments like, hey, why are you singing me? Oh, shut up. So much misery. Alright, well, we're gonna life tap, and we're gonna do pretty much nothing else, I think. I guess play Blood Mage Thalnos. Again, buy time, buy time. Get more cards. Blood Mage Thalnos is actually awful in this deck, so, you know, he's a 1-1 with a card draw death rattle. So, he's just there because I need more 2-cost creatures in the legendary deck, so. Well, Cult Master will not help you too much here. My turn 5 is probably a Leroy, which I'll then use to kill the Cult Master. That's probably the most likely thing to happen. Assuming, of course, there's no Noble Sacrifice, which there probably is. Alright, well, we better test if there's a Noble Sacrifice first by hurling Blood Mage Thalnos at it. Yup, it's a Noble Sacrifice. That was to be expected. So, I can use my Leroy Jenkins to kill it, I suppose. Or I can Hellfire, actually, which is a better play here. That synergizes really well. I never thought about that because it actually creates a creature. Alright, well, we Hellfire just to clear the board then. There we go. But I am on 14 health already, which is dreadful. I've got my Alexstrasza, but I'm 4 turns away from playing it. So, please play a taunt. It wasn't quite what I had in mind, but I guess it is a taunt. He's trying to rush me down as a paladin. That's a very unusual feeling. Okay, so we can either... Yeah, I think we just Black Knight him and then we Hogger. So, there we go. So, because that gives me board control. And then we can Hogger after that. And Hogger's great because then I can actually safely play Leroy Jenkins and keep it protected. It's like the... Is it the only taunt in the deck? I think it is. I'm pretty sure I took my Defenders of Argus out because I added more legendaries. So now I have no taunt utility. Alright, well, let's see what he gets. Sunwalker. Okay, I really should have saved my Black Knight till then. That would have been a much better idea. But never mind. Okay... Hogger, at this point, is really the only option that we currently have. So that's at least going to kind of keep us alive. Do I want to run that into that? Not really. Of all the things that I don't want to do, that's pretty high up the list. So we are going to hang around and wait. That at least gives us a taunt on the field. So we got board advantage for the time being. Oh, man. If only I had waited one more turn with that Black Knight. I could have blown up a Sunwalker with it, which is a far better idea. What's he going to do? Blessing of Wisdom. Okay, well, that's a good card to put it on, certainly. We'll probably try and eliminate it next turn. So, is he going to ram it into that? Oh, no, he's got Consecration. Never mind. So, I guess that goes away. And then he kills my Hogger, if he's got any sense. Is he killing my Hogger? Come on, Hogger. There you go. Much, much better idea. Yeah, I'm toast, most likely. Oh, great, he's got more cards. Fantastic. Oh, yes, he has a banana that I gave him from earlier, which actually buffs that up high enough. And I can't play Ragnaros till next turn, so I think we're going to have to Leroy that thing. Yep, that's the only choice that I currently have, so we'll Leroy that. And do we want to Nat Pagel? I guess so. Do I want to life tap? Not really. No, not at this low. So, there we go. Leroy will kill that. And then... Do I want to just go? Yeah. And I'm not going to life tap. Just because the possibility is he breaks out like 2 Blessings of Kings and kills me. Admittedly, you can do that now. Because that would be 10 damage and not 9. So, let's see. Next turn, I have... Do I have... Did I have enough for Ragnaros there? No, I must be reading that incorrectly. Yeah, I'm not going to have 9 mana next turn. I'm going to have 8. Yeah. Alright. Well, this is still not great. Not sure why he didn't attack me, but I'm pretty happy that he didn't. Oh, so I actually could have just Ragnarost. Huh. Well, that's a thing. Alright, so I can Alexstrasza, which will probably keep me alive. I'm thinking the Alive idea sounds good. I can't really... Playing Ragnaros this turn makes no sense, and I die next turn unless I Alexstrasza, so that's what we're going to do. There we go. So that gets me back up to that, and then I trade the Black Knight for the Taunt. There we go. So that keeps me alive for a little longer, and I get a card. Cool, so we actually have that playing ball. But it still doesn't solve the problem of being on fairly low health and getting my arse beat. We'll see. True Silver Champion comes out, which is bad news. Booty Bay Bodyguard comes out as well. Who's he going to hit? Well, I mean, is he going to actually just try and kill me? Because that's not a bad idea, since I don't have Jiraxis. That's going to take me down to, what, 5? Yeah, that's actually bad news. Because he then has another swing of that. So unless I can eliminate everything he's got on the board, I am toast. And I cannot eliminate everything he's got on the board. Actually, I can, but as you're probably aware, it's going to have fairly disastrous consequences, because I have to play Deathwing to do it. Alright, we're relying on Deathwing, folks. This is it. I'm blowing up everything I've got in my hand. Alright, that's Deathwing. So, can he do 1 damage to me? Can I get back into this game? Unlikely. If he hammers he could Hammer of Wrath and then just kills me immediately, but let's see what he's got. If he Aldor Peacekeepers me? No. Well, I'm probably still dead. Oh, I'm definitely dead. I am unquestionably dead. There was nothing I could do here. Oh, no. This has not gone well. This has been going terribly. And again, this with the second Deathwing, which won't help me whatsoever. Just to say that I could. Just to say that I could. And then I will life tap myself to death. Today has not been a good day. Today has not been a good day. At all. I'll see you next time.